So, hi everyone, as you can see by the name and by the suit that we're wearing today, we're back with a Red Robin Tim Drake costume. So this has been another labour of love of mine for the past, I think 3 months. I've actually had these pieces and the cowl for over a year. I've previously showed this on the actual YouTube channel if you want to go check that video out. I give a quick review on the cowl, if you want to see it right here. I have some spacers in the eyes so it actually, I can see through the yellow lenses and stuff. Comes around the chin right here, but the whole costume is actually what I've made within, I think it took me one night. I cut the pieces. I did the the Titans Young Justice Robin suit. I did that undersuit. I did the Batman undersuit that you've previously seen on the channel, and that's actually what inspired me to go and redo this. All it was missing was this initial bodysuit. Before, I did show a video where I had armor, I had pectoral and ab pieces and stuff. All I wanted was simplicity with this suit, and I got it with this bodysuit, guys. So just a red bodysuit. This is lightweight red polyester fabric. Here at the side I have some black 4-way stretch Lycra fabric. So you can just see the cowl here. It comes around if you want to go check out the review video, like I said. But this was made with a carnival mask that I picked up in a art shop. You can find them in art shops. I also got this out of a costume store, Elliot's, here in Ireland. They're good for facial, that facial expression. If you've seen before on the Batman, 2021, it gives that good eyebrow definition. I might do that in a new cowl video for this. So it's going to give that nice eye and face expression, give a bit of an angrier look. But Tim isn't as intimidating. He doesn't come across as intimidating as other people. I will show the inspiration for this. So the inspiration for this costume came from the Red Robin, issues, if I can just show you that there. And his transition from Robin, in the initial, his solo run in Robin, I think in the early, in the mid 2000s and sort of stuff. And then he became Red Robin. So here with Batman and Dick Grayson and Damian, him and Stephanie Brown. This suit really was initially amazing on me. So these are the bases, the whole basis. Let's turn off this light and see if we can do something about that. So yeah, these are the Red Robin comics. Let's turn that back on. You see the difference it gives? So yeah, and there is him fighting Damian, so the glare from it. And then we also have from his solo run, Robin, him also Damian attacking him. And then we have his new Red Robin run where Damian, the younger one, is sort of attacking him. That is where I got the inspiration for this simple, this look. The cowl comes off like this. So again, guys, wow, you've been missing this. This is the light just hits you and you come back to reality and everything's like, this must be what these guys feel like taking that off. Wahoo! So the costume, and I love how that arcs up with the black. So let's get the Velcro fixed in here like that. But the cowl is made from a carnival mask previously, like the Daredevil. This is where I got the inspiration, but you use the front base of the carnival mask, you build up the side pieces here and around the top area of the head, and that just goes all the way around. So it actually gives a nice nose shape, follows in here in the eyes. The carnival mask will give you that. Then I built up again down the chin pieces around here, down the cheek area, across the bottom of the chin. So it gives a nice profile. When you're wearing it, it gives a really nice profile. Underneath it has the 4-way stretch Lycra fabric. So I used the Spider-Man technique, made the two sides of the 4-way stretch Lycra, cut that into the template, and then I sewed those together and then glued the whole mask base, this whole top portion to the mask. It's not like the Batman where it comes off at the top. This is just a whole one-piece cowl. It slips on and off with a zipper here at the back. You can use this for flash, you can use it for kid flash. It can be used for, I want to use it for Captain America. It's a nice helmet base. You can just cut off the nose in and around here. I've used it for previous other speedsters, and again, like I say, a Green Goblin that I'll be showing in another video. So the Red Robin is something that I've always wanted to do. It's, again, like I say, the costume has inspired me so much from reading the comics in the early, in the late 2000s actually, in the 2000, and I think 12, 15 kind of stuff, about 5, 6, 7 years ago I read them. The eye lenses give a really good tint. You know, yellow was his color, Damien is green, Nightwing's blue, and Jason's sort of red. So yellow is what you sort of go with for Tim. That is sort of his color representation. So the cowl just slips on and off. Like I said, I had that for a year, and I knew I had to make a costume that did the actual suit justice. It's made an impression on me for ages. So I had these pieces. These are luggage fasteners. You can find these in maybe your post office. You can find them in dollar stores. I found these in Poundland here in Ireland. That is a, you know, a pound shop, like a dollar store. They are, again, luggage fasteners to go around your luggage, to tighten them up when you're going away on holiday. I bought 4 of those. So there is 1 and 2 going around. You can see the straps going across my shoulders here. And up there again. That's just to give it a good grip. I've seen some people, you know, make the cape coming down and just attaching on with the 2 straps coming around. It may weigh it down. I like it's nice and tight onto my body. The whole harness part of the chest is nice and fit. Then we go on to the symbol that was, I think this was the top of a torch. So I had, like, you know, a big flashlight. I just screwed off the lid, spray painted that yellow, put in a background and like colored black. I was going to go with a sort of maybe a white or gold. I've seen people use blue. You can go for whatever way you want. And then I did the symbol. I was going to change it, and then I decided, no, let's keep the original symbol that he has. You know, he has a curved symbol that you can see right there. It's just a curved sort of thing. A lot of people do straight lines and edges, and those are amazing. The 3D print, you can get yours 3D printed. Guys, I would actually say invest in that. I have some other like buckles and pieces that could go on here for the belt. That's what I was thinking also, to bring it. Let me know, guys, down below if you think I should keep it like that, or if I should add in the yellow piece here in the belt. But yeah, the Red Robin costume for the harness is sort of the center point. So this is where he pulls his gadgets from. He pulls, again, these little grenades. These were actually test tubes that I bought in the dollar store, Poundland. And I used those, I cut them in half. I had to buy a pack of 12, so I ended up getting 24, cutting those in half and then gluing them together, because test tubes, you can, you know, they come with a curvature at the bottom, but they have a flat top, so you have to use some, cut the curvature off the other ones and glue them together. That's why they are sealed up here, and that covers the glue line all the way around. So I only have 3 on each side, because I didn't want to be having some coming around the back and then they would have popped off. But yeah, they get really nice. These are maybe gas canisters or wee grenades that he would throw out, smoke bombs and stuff. But the cape attaches up here in the actual harness, that I'm going to figure out some, maybe a better method. And I love, you can actually, let's see, you can do that. So, you know, you can have it come around like that, and it arcs around with the shoulders, you know, like that. So let's put on here. I do love trying this costume on. It's so comfy, it's nice and fit. That's, if guys, if you want to go for a comfy cosplay, that's completely up to you. It's your choice of how much armor you want to put on. I actually went too much armor on my previous version of this. Like I say, I had a jacket and I had a pair of like pants, trousers, and they didn't, it went well together. It had leather arms, but this just looks so much better. I'll point it downward so you can see. This is a one-piece costume, so I actually have the black trousers all in all. Yeah, so you can just see it here, the way it fits on. I maybe should have shown this at the start. So yeah, the whole thing looks really, really good. I love how it looks from the bottom half, even without the cowl, because previously it only wrinkles when, you know, I crunch. When I just stay tight, it stays tight, because I have some nice seams up in here that I have tightened in, and I've made sure that they stick. Show you guys. It's on like that. Comes on. Pull down the chin piece. That just goes into place. Zip it up here at the back. And then you would tuck in the neck piece in and around here, you know, underneath your cape or wherever you would have it. And it just, you would want it nice and flush. So I am working on methods to maybe make the neck piece a bit more flush. I had some elastic straps coming down in and around underneath the armpits to pull this downward so it stretches all the fabric out, but it's a bit too hard. It's the whole technique would mean you would have to have the cowl on before you would have this whole undersuit on, which it isn't perfect. But yeah, the whole bodysuit is attached and sewn together in the middle here. So like I said, this could be used for a Spider-Man actual undersuit, which I've already cut out some pieces. So you can see, like for a Spider-Man, you could just bring out the black and here and down. I have to credit that to my housemate's son. I wore this, I think around a week ago. I was test fitting it and he says, John, you need to get your Spider-Man mask. You have to get your Spider-Man. I says, it's not Spider-Man, mate. It's Robin. And he says, no, it's Spider-Man. And the bells just clicked. So thank you, Mihal, you're a wee legend. And yeah, he says I could use it for a Spider-Man. It gives me nice mobility. It stretches, it breathes. I'm not too warm if I want to wear it for a con. Well, how I made it was like using my clothing. So I got a t-shirt that fits me well. I got a jumper for the long sleeves that you can see here. And you'll want to use the shapes of your clothing. So anything that fits you good, anything that you like the shape of, that actually gives you a nice tight fit, use that. Give yourself a bit of room at the edge, maybe an extra inch or an inch and a half for the seams, for your sewing lines. And yeah, you should be all good. You'd rather cut any pieces bigger rather than smaller, because you can always take it in if it's too big. You can't take it in or add. It's much harder to add on when it's smaller. So coming in here at the lines, I'm learning to take it in with sewing on a machine. I'm learning to get nice clean edges and not have it bunched up or wrinkle up. The cape comes off of Velcro like that, peels off there on the harness. So you can see the Velcro here and the Velcro on the inside. And the one thing that cleans it all up is this little arrow point. So you'll want to have a focal point. Usually with Robin, I try to use the the metallic yellow rectangular pieces. You could have, this actually used to be yellow. So this was a yellow rectangular piece that I used for Jason Todd, for his, his 3 pieces coming down his chest. Those I reuse, and that actually takes away the Velcro part. So that's the cape, and it actually looks good without the cape here. Then we have the unbuckle right there, and that comes off for the harness. So here we go. And then we are down to the bodysuit. So the harness, like I say, is 2 luggage fasteners going each direction. Just meet up in the middle, so you can just see the buckle here where you would have one, and that clips in there like that. You have your harness. So it just makes an X. If you want to have yours come down a bit more, I've seen some other designs, and you can look them up on YouTube and on Instagram and Google. They come down a bit more underneath, the side parts here. Mine sort of come underneath the armpit. All up to you. And again, 3D printed. There is a lot of manufacturers out there that do amazing designs, guys, for 3D prints on designs for these. So if you want to do them a completely different way, I just wanted to have mine, like I say, the Red Robin. If I can find the comic, I can find this one. So the Red Robin buckles, the way he has them here. His are cylinders, his are rounded. I just wanted those to have that. The undersuit. So like I say, use a t-shirt, use some clothing that you own or that you wear and is a good fit for you. I had to tighten it in around here in the arms. I had to tighten it in around the sides. 4-way stretch Lycra is your best friend when you want a nice tight fit for a bodysuit. For Spider-Man, I will be using this layout and this pattern. This is, the black piece is an external piece that I glued on. So I actually have one here, handy enough. So this would be like that. This would go around like that and come around. You can just see it just takes shape. So it's like a sort of a triangle pointed end, and that would just throw around. This is for another costume that I have, but that's actually, you can see it's like sort of a Power Ranger you could do. That's a good Power Ranger layout as well. But that just covers up the black portion for the cape and the harness to come around, because all up here was red, and I want to really bring all the black, all of his upper body, I want to have black from the cowl down. And yeah, that just comes around in a pointed piece here. You can, if you aren't adept at sewing or you haven't got much materials, you can use marker, you can dye it, you can, there's a lot of fabric dyes out there. You can use old clothing. Do not be cutting or using your clothing that you own. I would say use old clothing. Go to thrift stores, second-hand shops that sell maybe second-hand clothes, and if you see a t-shirt that you like the look of, you can actually cut this shape from the t-shirt and put it on top of your undersuit that you have. So the undersuit is a nice color of shade of red. Again, the Lycra is your best friend. I've put some up here in the armpits. that you can see it gives me some mobility, gives me a lot more freedom. I've had to sew in the arms and tighten them in the bicep area, but I've kept it loose here, you know, in your elbow so that you can bend. If you sew it a bit too tight here in the elbow, it'll crease up and cut off your circulation. That's where I was going wrong sometimes with half of my costumes. I was sewing tight all down the arm. You know, I was making the arm all one size. Now I've just tightened in the bicep, let it loose here in the elbow area, and then brought it again in the forearm. So as we go down into the forearms, we have the gauntlets. So these are external gauntlets that I made and have shown previously in the videos. These were actually for Assassin's Creed and I think for a previous Robin build. It is 2 sides of fabric, and then with a sewn together with a zipper, comes down here like that. So if you just get 2 sides of fabric, measure your forearm, so any, you know, the shape of your forearm, if you want to get a paper template, sew those together, put a zipper or some Velcro, you know, down one side of it, and that'll be a nice base. I have went to the dollar store or Poundland here in Ireland, and I have got some dog or pet leads. So this is just fake leather pet leads that you can cut up and put around, you know, borders of gauntlets. You can put it around borders of gloves, arms, you know, shoulder areas. You can put it around the borders of actually these parts here. They're really good to clean up some maybe glue areas that you've maybe glue has seeped out, or some marks. It gives a really good definition. You can see they stand out when the arms are there. You can see the shine and the definition. It just cut off point for the gauntlets. So they zip down, they have some elasticated straps here. Elasticated straps can be found online, guys. Buy it from suppliers, you can buy it online. It comes in rolls like this. It's just, you know, it's used for mainly, I think, obviously strapping and clothing, but it's used for aprons, it's used for waistbands and trousers. Tightens up and gives a nice, there comes in many different colors, but black is my favorite. And it is my best friend when doing costumes. So we take off the gauntlets and it gives a nice grip, you know, the elasticated strap, and they come off like that. They could be good for, I've used them for Assassin's Creed. They're good for a lot of Nightwing builds. If you're going to have, you know, forearm parts that just cut off up here, they may be good for gauntlet slip-on pieces. So if you don't want to put your gauntlets right on, you could have those as an under, you know, under layer that your gauntlets clip onto. So then we have the Lycra gloves. Come off like that, and that is it. Belt I have actually designed off of the Batman 2021, and I've shown previously there I had the yellow piece. You guys let me know, you know, usually Red Robin's has the yellow cylinders like he does on the harness. He has multiple maybe versions of these coming around the belt, but I thought that was maybe too cheesy. I wanted it to be Red Robin tactical. He's more technology based. I had a previous belt that had a load of USBs, a load of, you know, I had these kind of like smart screen LCD screens on the belt, and it just didn't suit the overall design that I wanted. I wanted a simple Red Robin design, and that's what I went for. So again, the leather pouches, these are all sewn on a sewing machine, elongated pouches like on the Batman 2021. Some Velcro here that straps them together. They're functional. They could house and keep some items for a con or when you're actually filming some fan films. But I actually wanted them to be functional. I didn't want them just to be props that sit there. They all function. They all open up, you know. And clips off like that. Again, another luggage fastener. That's why I bought 3. 2 for your harness going around your chest, and the third one's going to be for your belt. These can be adjusted to a size, and I actually have to cut them in half and sort of size them in myself. But the fake leather can be purchased online or in fabric shops. Here in Ireland I use the Paragon Fabrics. You can use Michaels, you can use Joanne Fabrics. Online, like I say, eBay, Amazon, there's a lot of fabric suppliers. Just look around, guys, and there's a lot of good things. But fake leather, I had to use brown and black just because that's what I had on hand. And this is the bodysuit. So the bodysuit, I use some of my trousers, a pair of old skinny jeans. I took the shape of those. I used an old shirt, and it's the black Lycra here at the side that actually helps it, you know, really get a nice tight fit to my body. There's some black Lycra coming down in the trousers also. But the black fabric here is actually textured, and it's a sportswear. so it actually is breathable. It's a bit thin, but it's pure black. It's breathable fabric. It has a nice texture to it, so if I get some good pictures. For the arms and sleeves, you can see I have some, again, black Lycra. It tightens in around the bicep, like I said, but it gives me a nice breathability, gets me nice movability when I want to get it on and try it on. Some parts up here in the armpits where I busted it previously. So when you first make your bodysuit, or you do make a bodysuit, guys, don't be afraid to test it out and move about in it, because anything that busts, you can then go in and just sew in these parts with Lycra, and that's you. So it's a nice tight fit all in all. That's real. I just have to make some boots to go along with it. So yeah, guys, that is my Red Robin cosplay. Thank you so much for watching. So yeah, guys, that was my Red Robin cosplay. Let's put this on right now. So if this has helped you make a costume, let me know. But you've given me such a good welcome back to YouTube, guys. I just thank you so much. You guys are all amazing. This has been a sort of labor of love for a year. I didn't want to put out a Red Robin costume or cosplay until I was sure. I do have some love for these characters. I have a lot of love for these characters, the Robins built up basically. And yeah, this has been something that I wanted to show you guys for a while, and I'm so glad to be back. Here's me talking some more. Thank you. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, if you've watched this video, thank you for getting this far. If this has helped you along with your Red Robin or any sort of other cosplay, you know, like I said, this can be used for a Spider-Man undersuit. And yeah, I love how it looks. This, like I said, is what I was going for all those years ago with, you know, the Red Robin comics and stuff. And yeah, guys, thank you again so much for watching. This is the second video, second upload. The response on the YouTube has been amazing. You are all amazing. You are all awesome. You have really touched me here, and you really are. You give me a very good welcome back to YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Like I've said before, please subscribe and comment, guys. Let me know down below if this has helped you, or what you think on the actual suit. What do you think of Tim Drake, and who your favorite Robin is? And yeah, hopefully you go and read the comics and read the stories. Like always, guys, please subscribe and comment. Always at your Geek Speak. Me, John Hay, I've been trying to be Tim Drake, Red Robin, and I hope you like it. Bye.